Life before pregnancy was, I guess you could say, normal.
So before I knew I was pregnant, I was going to school. I was nursing student, so
I was working, enjoying my job, working somewhere in the Parliament of Uganda.
I probably worked like 14, 15 hours per day on top of being a mom.
I was working in a wellness store with naturopaths, and I was probably in the best shape and health of my life.
throughout my entire time being pregnant, I didn't know I was pregnant.
At first, I was like, this is like a prank or something. I don't even take it seriously. Because he told me it was positive, I was like freaking out in my head, but I didn't show it. Like, I was like trying to be all cool and cordial.
No way, this can't happen to me. I have plans, I have a future. So the feeling was horror and shock, like true horror.
I had no idea what it was going to be like without any support in a new country, being a feminist from back home, working in women's rights organizations. I still had this overarching feeling that my body, my choice.
My family really wanted an abortion, and I just knew that I couldn't live with that type of regret for the rest of my life.
Some of the people I told, everyone reacted like it was irresponsible of me to even consider keeping my child. They were like, what? Like, you're not gonna have an abortion? Like, are you crazy?
Having been challenged was like a boom, a wake-up call. She said something like, they respect human dignity from conception. So it really touched me so much. And at that point, I was able to realize that, oh, by the way, this is already a person who actually has a right to live.
The connections and programs made me feel like a family, like close family, because my parents are not here. They're in Nigeria, so like they gave me like support that I needed. Like
they gave me supplies and they offered counseling spiritually, and she invited me to church. And before coming to Canada, I had made a promise that I would never go back to church. But I went to church with Rosie, and it was very scary being the new person. Everyone welcomed me with open arms. They showed me and my girls love, support.
And she invited me to her church, and her church is now my church. So that was huge. I felt that they loved my child more than I loved my child at that point. And that helped me see him as valuable, and it made me believe that I could have a meaningful family.
It's the family that's within it. It's more than just work for these people here, right? So it just feels more heartwarming, very welcoming, very caring, and also they've provided a lot of resources.
They also went an extra mile to connect me to a church group, talking about escorting me to pregnancy appointments, things that are usually done by spouses or family members. When I had the baby, they had a meal train for me, which they had set up before the baby would come. Everyone was ready to help. Maybe that was the purpose of God from the very beginning, that this is what church should be. I felt very welcome. I felt like I was home.
All the fears I had were actually the best things that ever happened to me, because I was brave enough to face them, and they're no longer fears once you live through it.
I love Michael so much. I have like a lot of patience. I've learned a lot of patience as a mom. I can sacrifice my sleep, which I love. There's no words to express the love that you have for your child.
I would like to see myself being an amazing role model, as well as Alexis. I think that us together will make like one of the dream teams, right? So I think that's a very big learning curve coming up, and I'm excited for it.
I approve that message.
But when he finally came, it was a beautiful, it was nice to see this little life. And I remember tears coming down my eyes and rolling down my face and thinking, Janet, is this the baby you wanted not to have? There is not a single day I regret having my son.
I have never felt as close to God as I feel right now. I have never had the type of love and support that I have right now until I found PCC. I would like to thank the donors for all their support and their love. It's been a blessing that I never knew that I would be getting, and I'm so thankful.
My words of thanks would be thank you so much for the help, the support, the understanding,
to our donors, to the donors of Pregnancy Care Center. Your donations are giving somebody a support group. They're doing more than the tangibles. It's just all round, and you are doing more than you can imagine, which is actually to change lives and to let the Lord's kingdom come.